Now to the NFL's LeBron. Aaron bleeping Rodgers, back-to-back MVP. Another phony goat who has clinched being the all-time greatest in only one category: master media manipulator. All-time greatest. Just like LeBron, what Aaron continues to do on an almost weekly basis is hilariously brilliant. Aaron Rodgers just choked again at home in yet another fourth quarter, another big playoff game. Yet he has once again managed to turn himself right back into a sympathetic figure. And I am in awe of this process, this annual offseason process. He once again has Packer Nation at his feet, begging him, please don't retire, Aaron. Please don't demand a trade to the Denver Broncos, Aaron. Please, please, please. What was his latest trick this week? An IG post of the game he missed when he caught COVID, a picture of his two favorite receivers, Randall Cobb and Devontae Adams, standing on the sideline next to each other during the national anthem, having left a space in between them where Aaron had always stood. You post that, you know exactly what you're doing, Mr. Rodgers. You know and I know that Packer Nation was going to rush to its keyboard to say, oh my God, this is it. He's planting the seed of a bombshell. He's dropping the hint of a bombshell. He is retiring. He's gone from in between Randall and Devontae, which means he's gone for good. Aaron, you knew exactly what you're doing. So Tuesday, on his Pat McAfee gig, Aaron said with a completely straight face, and I'm surprised he can keep a straight face while he's doing this, because I think he's on the edge of cracking up the whole time on a weekly basis. Because he tried to say, oh, no. I was just expressing my love for two of my favorites, my love for the game, how much I missed being at that game. Well, Aaron, you missed being at that game, if I might point out, because you lied about whether you were vaccinated. You said you were immunized, but not vaccinated. We all found out you weren't vaccinated because you caught COVID, and you missed that game because you weren't vaccinated. In largest part, that might be the biggest reason you missed that game, is because you didn't get vaccinated. You would have had a much better chance of playing in that game, which obviously you lost at Kansas City, if you had gotten vaccinated. That was the single biggest controversy of the year. You're actually calling back that controversy. You're actually pointing out the game at Kansas City that you missed for all the wrong reasons. And yet you're turning it into, I love my teammates and I love the game. You're kidding. And people are swallowing this whole. And I just want to point out that, like LeBron, Aaron has brilliantly obscured the facts. The facts are that 2 years ago, Aaron had it first and goal at the 8 in his first ever home NFC championship game. First and goal at the 8, late in the game, down 31-23. And Aaron bleeping Rodgers failed 3 straight times. We've shown it again and again on Undisputed. You know what I'm talking about. The airmail pass that started it off, then the force to Devontae, and another ridiculous cross-body force to Devontae, double covered at the goal line. None of the 3 passes had a remote chance of scoring. And the young coach, Matt LaFleur, said, I've seen enough. I'm going to take the field goal that's going to make it 31-26. You're kidding. That's how little he thought of Aaron's ability at that point to not choke. Aaron, as the Jeopardy host, then later took a shot at Matt LaFleur for kicking the field goal. Well, it was 4th and goal from the 8. You're kidding. You can't convert that after what we just seen on the first 3. You were choking your guts out, as usual in big games. You won one long ago Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers, 11 years ago. Your one and only Super Bowl. And since then, you're 7-9 in the postseason. And there have been all kinds of reports that Packers brass has gotten to the point it no longer trusts Aaron Rodgers, the back-to-back MVP, in January and February. I don't blame you. He's given you no evidence. 7-9, and in 6 of those 7 games, and I'm not going to put you through game by game again, but you know what I'm talking about. He and the Packers were very lucky to win 6 of those 7 games. It could have been all-time nightmarish if the ball hadn't bounced Aaron's way in 6 of those 7 wins against 9 losses since the Super Bowl in the postseason. 1-4 in NFC Championship games, and now another home loss as the number 1 seed this year. Number 1 seed, home in Packer weather, freezing weather against San Francisco. Aaron had the ball twice late in that game. In those 2 series, he went 1 for 4 for a grand total of 4 yards. 2 possessions, 4 yards passing on 1 completion, as San Francisco tied the game, then won the game 13-10. Obscuring the facts, turning himself back into a sympathetic figure. I'm in awe of it. I'm mesmerized by it. Failing on the field, turning into an off-season hero again for Packer Nation. Poor Aaron Rodgers? I say poor Packer Nation. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, in the end, he is a crafty fraud. Crafty fraud. I hope you enjoyed that video. You ready for more? Make sure you click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from the Skip Bayless Show. And don't forget to check out the full episode of the show wherever you get your podcasts by clicking the link in the description.